something completely different.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
So, David Beckham's ex-assistant, Rebecca Loos. She's definitely loose. She doubles down on the affair claims, and I love this. I'm not defending David Beckham for cheating on his wife. That's not a good move. But when this side chick is talking about it 21 years later, that's because without David Beckham, she's nothing. She's like a Gen X Kayla Nicole.
I woke up with the biggest smile on my face.
Oh,
I also woke up thinking, I'm in their room. And I took a shower, and in the shower that also Victoria uses when she's there. So
Yeah, you shouldn't be admitting that. You know, David Beckham's like, shut up, that was 21 years ago. That was like talking about 1983 and 2004.
It was also felt that was it didn't feel very right at the same
Duh, you literally are at someone else's house.
time that I had this big smile on my face. And I snuck out and went home. And I was living with my parents at the time.
And this is 60 minutes interviewing her. God, can you imagine the marriage isn't ruined, but being a side chick is all you have? Like, that's all you are? Like, without that, you're just another beautiful woman.
And my mother was like, oh, where did you sleep? And I just didn't say anything, but she could just tell by my face that
she's talking to a promiscuous woman.
I'd had a really good night. And then she just looked at me and she just said, be careful.
Yeah, watch out for Victoria. It's got to be awkward every time this gets brought up. I've hung around couples that cheat on each other, and it's freaking weird.
David,
the one's like out till like 1 a.m. It's like, oh, they're getting laid right now. What else are they doing? Playing chess?
She just looked at me and she just said, be careful.
David Beckham's former personal assistant, Rebecca Loos, is standing by her claims that she previously had an affair with the soccer superstar over 20 years ago.
God. Can you imagine talking about that? George Bush was president. That's how long ago it was.
In a new interview with 60 Minutes Australia, published March 30th, the 47-year-old doubled down on her previous accusations, recalling to the outlet how Beckham allegedly made his first move on her at a nightclub while his wife, Victoria Beckham, was out of town.
God, this is why you got to be careful, gentlemen out there, of who you bang, because this is going to be your soul tie.
He just said to me, we were talking about it was a bit boring, and he said, let's go back to the hotel. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, let's go back to my hotel. And I was like, I'm not going back to your hotel room. Like, come on, you're my boss, off. I think I actually said that to him. I actually said, off. No way. And then he just kept looking at me, and then I gave in. So we went back to the hotel room.
And he went in.
What was the moment that you were like, I'm going to go?
Oh, it's just the look in his eyes and the way he looks at you. And
because you're a cloud chaser. Without him, you're nothing.
it's quite hard not to. He's got a certain charismatic power about him.
Man, can you imagine, like, this is all you have? This is all she has.
Very good looking, and I think he can easily get what he wants, and he knows it.
If you had to sum up that night, how would you do it?
Not.
I woke up with the biggest smile on my face. I also woke up thinking, I'm in their room.
She's like, I'm a skank.
And I took a shower, and in the shower that also Victoria uses when she's there. So I was also...
That's like stuff you don't need to say. It's just like rubbing it on more.
I felt that was very...
It's not like he was living a double life. I mean, he kind of was, but like living one where she thought he was single. Like, if he's doing that, maybe. But this is just unnecessary trash bag behavior.
I'm in their room, and I took a shower, and in the shower that also Victoria uses when she's there. So I was also felt that was it didn't feel very right at the same time that I had this big smile on my face. And I snuck out and went home, and I was living with my parents at the time. And my mother was like, oh, where did you sleep? And I just didn't.
I don't know why these celebrity news clips repeat this stuff.
Didn't say anything, but she could just tell by my face that I'd had a really good night. And then she just looked at me and she just said, be careful. So from then on, it was a big secret I kept, and no one knew about it except for...
I've wondered what it's like when you have a daughter that's just kind of doing that behavior. It's going to be weird.
Obviously, David.
The former Dutch model continued to share her side of the
Of course, that's what she is. A model. No, former Dutch side chick.
Story, including acknowledging that she knew it was wrong to engage in the affair, and also revealed the moment where she felt she was...
I would hope you're smart enough to realize that it's not right, That's basic human instinct.
Former Dutch model continued to share her side of the story, including acknowledging that she knew it was wrong to engage in the affair, and also revealed the moment where she felt she was being, quote, played by the soccer star.
And during this time, are you thinking to yourself, I shouldn't be doing this?
Yeah.
Duh.
Yes, absolutely. It was naughty and...
Naughty. The way she said it so freaking hot.
And I did feel that it was wrong, but at the same time I was, hooked. He told me
He was hugging her.
he'd never done this before, and
That's a lie.
I was the first one. All the,
That's a lie.
cliche things.
And did you believe him?
I believed him 100%. I
Because you're dumb.
felt hook, line, and sinker for every single cliche line he fed me. And then 2 weeks later, we were at Ronaldo's birthday party, and he's off with this beautiful model, and I was,
And she gets him. I wonder how many professional athletes are Eskimo brothers.
was like, that was a hard night for me. That was like, I don't understand.
Especially for him, too.
And realization started to hit me that I've
Never mind.
been massively played.
60 Minutes Australia also claimed that they saw previous intimate text messages between the former boss and his assistant, though they did not show them in the segment. The yoga instructor, who is now married and has 2 children, also revealed
Can you imagine that being your mom?
she spoke out publicly about the alleged affair over 2 decades ago.
I always had the opinion of it's better that it comes from me and that I have some sort of control.
Yeah. No one cares. No one's thinking about you. You're just living in the past because you're a hack.
And also by doing that, it was a way of me sort of not getting back at him, but
But you don't need to get back at him.
just sort of,
She's lying. Whenever narcissists lie, they say, it's not me doing this, but they're actually doing it.
I just kind of felt the way he treated me was very unfair. What
You're a side chick. You're not his wife. Shut up,
he was getting away with
pig.
in that two-faced life.
Why do you care? If he was living a double life where he told you he was single, then yeah. But even then, it's like, that was 20 years ago. Shut up.
And I felt that I know how much this image means to him. I just kind of wanted to make him feel some pain too.
But what are you trying to feel? You knew he was in a relationship. You knew what you were doing. He didn't lie to you. He lied to his wife. He didn't lie to you, honey.
Sounds very vindictive to say.
Yeah, because you are vindictive. Just say you are. You're a bitch.
But when you're 26 years old, it's how you react to heartache and
God, she looks good for 47. While looking 47, if that makes sense.
pain.
And then you realise that David is just deny. How does that sit with you?
I thought he would have come forward with a statement or
Why would he? He doesn't want to address it. This was back in the Kobe Bryant era, too. Shut up. You're not that important. I bet you weren't even good in bed.
something and just apologize or something. But I think the fact that he referred to my claims as ludicrous, that just pissed me off even more.
Yeah, good. You seem like a sociopath.
It makes you want to stand up for yourself. And
You don't need to stand up for yourself. No one's thought about you. We have inflation going on. We got a crazy dude in the presidential office. No one's going, oh my God, remember that side chick? You're very forgettable.
it makes you want to keep coming forward.
Oh yeah, you definitely were coming at night.
The former model, who claimed that her alleged romantic encounters with David only happened a few times, also shared that she felt bad for Victoria and the couple's kids,
Yeah, if you felt bad, you would just shut your mouth. But again, like I said, you're nothing without him.
adding that she feels like there's a double standard between men and women.
Why?
Did you feel bad for Victoria and the kids?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. If you did, you would shut your mouth.
Of course I did.
Oh, whatever.
I think we just live in a very unfair world, unfortunately.
I love when women say that. Shut up.
For women, when it comes to these sorts of things.
I love how now that everyone's woke, they're trying to empower ruining marriages. You felt shame that night. Obviously, it wasn't a good night.
Men sleep around and they're big old cool heroes. We sleep around and we're sluts. It's just the world we're in.
All right. Honestly, I don't really mind the world.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHappyRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.